Happy Quarantine Tuesday, everyone. We're taking over. Austin McNorton, Nolan Brooks, and this is our final, associated with directly KZLX, our final show. This is our send-off, Nolan. Both graduating in a very unfortunate circumstances. This is our final one. Now, Nolan and I are going to try to do something over the summer because we can't just not talk about sports. And sports, they're coming. They've got to be coming back. We need them back. So we're going to try to work out something over the summer. But as far as KZLX goes, directly associated with Northwest Missouri State, Nolan, this is it, man.
I know. It's crazy to think that it's literally down to the end. Like the finish line is right in front, and now it's an imaginary finish line because we got to wait till August to graduate. But
it's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
it's there. We get the participation trophy first.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
First place at exactly. Graduation in August. So
that's perfect. That's perfect. So for our final, no one doesn't know what we're doing here. It's a surprise. For our final thing here associated with Tuesday Takeover, we are going to do everyone's favorite segment, Mascot Matchup. We're doing it for the final time. I told Nolan to not do anything. This is all on the top of my head. I picked teams. I picked mascots. We got 10 matchups for you. This is our favorite thing to do, and we know this is your favorite thing to listen to because we don't know anything about sports. And so why would you want to listen to us talk about sports, truly? So let's just talk about what we do know, and that's mascots. Let's go. I'm hype. Nolan, I hope you're hype.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for this. You just made my day get a little bit better.
We're hoping to make everyone's quarantine Tuesday a little bit better. So here's the matchups we got in store for today. We got some local ones, and then I picked out some of my, our show's favorites, like all-time favorite mascots there could possibly be. So we'll start local first. We'll start in the state of Nebraska. We're going Nebraska Cornhuskers versus the Creighton Blue Jays. Two teams that we covered a lot throughout Tuesday Takeover, especially in football for the Huskers, Blue Jays for basketball. Now we're talking strictly mascot. Cornhusker, Blue Jay. Who you got?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is birds like a blue jay would eat plants. A cornhusker, their mascot is just an ear of corn. Now, I know he walks and all that.
Herbie Husker, yes.
If it's a bird flying around, I just see the bird pecking at the little pieces of corn that makes up the cornhusker, and it just being a really bad day. So for me, I would go with the Blue Jays.
I don't know if Blue Jays eat corn. I don't know if that's a thing. I feel like probably. I would assume. I also feel like Blue Jays are more, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know who told me this. Are they a little more aggressive type of bird? I don't know if that's true.
All I know is there's some that fly outside my window. That's it. So
that's what I'm going to go with. I don't know. And I feel like what if someone's sitting there shucking corn, what's he going to do to fend off this Blue Jay that's coming at him? Dive bombing him. He's not doing nothing. He's not doing anything. He's not stopping that.
No.
Well, I'm going with the Blue Jay as well. So we're both going with Creighton. Both won the Big East basketball season. Both going with Creighton. Sorry, Nebraska fans. I know there's a lot of you out there in Maryville. Not even the mascot matchup. I'm sorry. That's just tough. It's just tough on Tuesday Takeover. I mean,
the harsh reality of it. I mean,
it is. It's sad but true. Next, we're moving to the right. We're moving east. We're moving to the state of Iowa. We're going the Cy-Hawk matchup, Hawkeyes versus Cyclones, Iowa State. Start with you again, Nolan. Who you got?
Well, I would, just based on my very, very minimal amount of knowledge on, how birds work compared to a tornado. Very minimal amount of knowledge here. I'm gonna go with cyclone, considering birds usually fly away from the bad weather, and a
Oh,
tornado is one of the worst you can get. So I don't see a hawk fending very well against a cyclone. Even though they have a bird in their logo inside the cyclone, it's still
yeah,
cyclone.
it's yeah. Mother Nature wins this every time. I don't know. There's not much out there that would beat a cyclone, truly. Nolan and I have done them a lot throughout our time on Mascot Matchup, and they rarely lost, like ever. So there's another win for them. Um,
I
they
mean,
both those teams, in terms of sports, are battling it out consistently. And in the Mascot Matchup, Iowa State kind of dominates. Really, nothing you can do to
can you
debate that.
you can't punch a cyclone?
You
You
can't.
can't peck at a cyclone like a bird would
You
do.
can't stop it. You
I just don't know. I really don't.
game over. Game over. So Nolan and I have agreed on every single one so far. I don't know if we'll on this next one as we're moving back west. We're going in the square here now to the state of Kansas. The Wildcats versus the Jocks. I mean, cats eat birds, so that's it for me. You can make the Jayhawk, but it's not right.
I feel like a jayhawk's bigger than the average bird because it's a
It is,
mixture.
yes. I guess it's a real thing. So yes, I guess it can be whatever size you want it to be.
I feel
Shoes.
like the bird getting caught is almost unavoidable.
I mean, the bird has shoes. Maybe it can run. I mean, who knows? I don't know. It can be whatever you want it to be, truly.
I don't know. I feel like it just makes zero sense to pick a bird beating a wildcat. Like it just, you know what I'm saying? Like it just sounds off. It disrupts the balance of everything. Oh,
Come
you
up
know
with
what? This one
for
time, I will agree and go Wildcats. This one time,
you didn't have to. I mean,
but the sheer physics of it and the nature of the food chain is that's how it works. So Wildcats it is, I guess. That hurts, but
so that does it for the local teams. And surprisingly, we read on every single one so far. Now we're moving into some of these obscure mascots from literally all over. These are two teams that have also been talked about frequently in this segment. Brutus the Bucket of Ohio State versus Wichita State, the Woo Shock for the Shockers. So we're talking about a shock of wheat, a nut. I mean,
is this even close?
I don't know where to go with this.
I feel like this isn't even close. I mean, a shocker is like a hornet, isn't it?
It's a shock of wheat. It's literally a bundle of wheat. That's
Oh, it's
what it
not.
is.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's not an animal, or it is literally a like a handful of wheat tied up. And a nut's a
Mm.
nut. Be the toughest one we've ever done. I
Well,
can't. I don't know. I can
let's
make an
think
argument.
about this. In history, are there that many people with a wheat allergy?
Ooh,
There's more people with a nut allergy than a wheat allergy.
that's
And if we're
true.
talking about who would beat out the other, I'm gonna have to go with the nut, the Buckeye. I mean,
Right. I know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But the allergy thing is a good point.
but at the
That's a
same time, wheat might have the pollen stuff, but it doesn't just take you out like a peanut allergy would or like a nut allergy.
right. Mm.
I
I
have to go with
think I
Buckeye.
agree with you. I think the nut's a little more durable. I think it can withstand more damage to it. Like it can roll with the punches quite literally. Where the bundle of wheat, I don't know. That may be the hardest one we've ever done. Truthfully, I didn't think about it when I was writing it down, but that may be one of the hardest ones we've ever done. So you're still 5 for 5 agreeing together. This has truly never happened in this entire segment.
Oh man.
We'll see if it changes here, I guess. We're moving to the Pac-12. The Ducks of Oregon taking on Stanford, the Dancing Tree.
The Cardinal.
A cardinal, but yet their mascot's a tree. So, gosh, the tree is so obscure, but it doesn't even have any arms. So, but the duck.
I would say the duck, just because it would use the like branches of the tree to make a nest, or to make its home. So it could cut away at the tree in a way.
Right.
It could eat the little pine leaves and stuff, or eat the sapling off of the tree, because it's a big pine tree from what I've seen. So it would weaken it. So I would just have to go with the duck.
I 100%. I mean, you just made one of the best cases I've ever heard.
I mean, hey.
For a duck to win. Congratulations, sir.
Maybe that's why Nike likes them so much.
We are consistently agreeing. I can't believe this. Now we're moving to some other two classics that have been mentioned frequently. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns or the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Again, this is one, I don't know if I know how to make a case for either one, because if you want to talk about their physical mascots, the Raging Cajun is a pepper, and the Hilltopper is literally just a red blob. So I don't know what to make of that. But then if you look at the Raging Cajuns, like the name, versus the Hilltoppers, both, I mean, I would say pretty aggressive. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying to make a case and I can't.
I mean, I would probably just go with Raging Cajun, just because I feel like a pepper would pack a little bit more punch than a Hilltopper red blob. I would
agree. Raging Cajun sounds like a cooler name, and the pepper is better than just, look it up, everyone. It's literally a red blob. Like, that's what it is. So, yeah, I would agree once again. It just sounds more like it would win in a fight, because this is a real thing that happens, apparently.
Raging Cajuns.
All right. Now, are you ready for literally our probably two favorite mascots of all time? Do you know what one of them is? I want to know if you can guess what one of them is.
I want to say one of them is the Rainbow Warriors from Hawaii.
Yes, it is. It is. The Hawaii Rainbow Warrior versus, now this was our first mascot matchup between you and I on our first Tuesday back in August. Do you know what it is? Do you know who it is? It's got to be one of the greatest discoveries I've made.
Is it the Camels?
It is the Camels fighting Camels. Yes. Nolan and I's two favorite mascots, literally ever. The Hawaii Rainbow Warrior, look it up, terrifying. And the Camel fighting Camels, because that's just amazing all the way around.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I can pick a winner, because I love them both so much. I don't know. I
know for a fact that we both picked the Camels when we first picked them.
Right.
Because it wasn't against the Rainbow Warrior, but
right.
I'm gonna lean towards the Rainbow Warrior. I've been to Hawaii. I've seen the university, and I've seen the picture of the mascot and all that. It's impressive.
Another one, viewers. That's another one to look up if you're so interested.
So, I mean, I think the Rainbow Warrior in this case would out outlast the fighting camel
I would agree.
just a little bit longer.
I would agree. That's truly unbelievable. We agreed on every single one. How?
I
That's
don't know.
never happened. Never happened. I
I feel like a lot of these we found common ground on the last time we did this,
right. All of
and
these
they're
mascots
just
that we have mentioned that have been talked about on such a frequent basis. We enjoy them so much, especially those last two. But now for our final one, I know for a fact that we will agree on this one without question. It is the Griffins of Missouri Western State University versus the Bearcats of Northwest Missouri State University. And Nolan, if you say otherwise, then I don't think you're allowed to graduate. So I mean, I'll spell it out for you if you want. I mean, I'll go BEAR.
all right. Here's how I'm going to do this.
Taking off the hat.
Ignore this.
Don't ignore that. That's phenomenal.
With the first selection in the 2020 mascot matchup, the Northwest Missouri State Bearcats. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, I'll agree right here with you, sir.
Let's go.
Absolutely. I mean, we had to do it. We
Oh
had
yeah.
to do it. And with that,
Unavoidable.
I can't believe it's over. I really what do you got to say? I mean, just about your time at Northwest and this show and everything.
I'm gonna try to do this without getting emotional.
I know. The same way.
I would just I would just say thank you to Alex Kurt with KZLX for letting me have the opportunities I've gotten. Thank you for bringing me on the show in our last year. I know that was a big decision on who you're going to bring on. You brought me on, and it's worked out great. So thank you.
Incredible decision.
Uh, thank I thank Northwest Missouri State for everything. I've grown a lot as a person and as a media student in the last 4 years, and I wouldn't change a single bit of everything I've done here. The people I've met some lifelong friends. I've had some imaginable experiences that I would not take back at all. Getting to do the tournaments, the games, getting to call stuff with you and all that stuff. I mean, there's so many things that I'm thankful for, and I will miss this place so much. I really will.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's it's tough that it has to end like this. We wanted to be in the studio today, obviously, but we just can't, and it's sad. But yeah, just thanks to everyone. I was only at Northwest for 2 years, but it was two of the greatest years of my life, really. Came in, became the program director, started this show, made it the number two. Look at the hardware, number two college sports talk show in the nation. Thank you to all of you for that, for giving us feedback. Logan Weber and I initially started it, and Nolan for joining us here in the second year. It was incredible. Broadcasting the games, seeing a national championship. You know, Nolan, we take that for granted. Not a lot of people get to see national championships in their college life. You got to see multiple. I got to see one in person. Never forget it. And this show was incredible. Literally just incredible. So it's sad that it has to end like this, but we'll miss it greatly.
Oh yeah,
Greatly. So
for sure,
thanks
man.
to everyone for tuning in. We're going to try, Nolan and I are going to try to do something over the summer But as far as KZLX Tuesday Takeover goes, that's it for the final time. Thank you so much for everything, and enjoy the rest of your year and many years to come at Northwest Missouri State and KZLX. We'll see you.
Thank you, guys.